Hello, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about stillness. So, something that I've been struggling with for the last year is a lot of chaotic thinking. So, trying to be really productive, but ending up being very busy, but not always moving forward as much as I'd like. And it took some time and some guidance from a mentor, but I began to realize that my thoughts were flying at a million miles per hour. I was overloaded with input from various sources, trying to learn as much as I could. Um, so something I've started doing recently is finding time in the day for stillness. So the best time for me to do this is shortly after I wake up. Um, and I've set a goal, a loose goal, of 5 minutes of just silence. I'm not doing anything in that time, just sat still. Um, kind of like meditation, I guess, but there's no expectation there, just still, quiet. And I don't manage it every day. Sometimes I wake up too late, but I'm starting to get into the flow of it, and I'm noticing that it's helpful. It's kind of like shower thoughts. Um, like when you stop moving, stop doing, stop trying to figure everything out. That's often when ideas come to you. So um, just now, I spent 5 minutes just quiet, and then suddenly I had an idea that could be quite useful. We'll see, but it's building this into the day, um, and I think there are various benefits to it. Um, so I think it's really important to have a break in input. If you're like me and you just want to listen to all the videos or read all the books to figure everything out, you don't really give your brain time to process anything or to come up with your own ideas or to even question if the ideas you just listened to or read are they actually useful for you, for your needs. So I think it's been quite useful for that. Um, but another benefit of it is that um, it forces you to be present. So I'm training myself to focus on this moment. So just like in breath-based meditation, people talk about coming back to the breath. Um, I don't necessarily do it exactly that way, but just keep reminding myself every time I start thinking of something in the past or future, just give myself a little nudge. It's like thinking about now. And this is something I want to make consistent, and I want to do it not only in the morning before everyone's awake. I also want to start using this more at different points in the day, because it ties in quite nicely with flow. which is similar but not the same in terms of presence. So with flow, it's something I've been practicing and learning about. I mean, the Flow Research Collective is very useful if you want to check that out. They're doing great work at making it more accessible to everyone. Essentially, I found that I need to block out the outside world. So find a block of time, usually minimum of 20 minutes, ideally 2 hours in my working day. And then I'll have a coffee and some instrumental music. The speed will depend on how much I'm trying to get done that day. But by blocking out the outside world, having a set amount of time, and then having a task that is challenging but doable, I find that I'm getting into flow quite regularly. And the same with driving too. And it's such a good feeling because it's just you and whatever the thing is you're doing, you kind of just dissolve into it. It's wonderful. So like creating more moments like that. And then I'm trying to do the same with my family as well when I'm with them. Now, it's a challenge wherever you are. There's always distractions, and we have phones that ping us all the time, and you just want to pick up your phone for no apparent reason. But as with everything, practice and it gets easier, and consistency, it gets even easier. It's never going to be super easy, I don't think. But I think by building those habits and seeing them through, trying to do something a few times a week, ideally every day, but you got to know where you want to start from. Like if you want, if every day is too much, set yourself something that's more manageable for you. For me, I have the idea of every day, but I don't kick myself too much if I miss one or two. If I miss three, okay, I'll start to be a bit annoyed and then just get back on it. But the key is to forgive yourself and just keep going with it. I mean, the main thing is like, if it's helping you in some way, then it's probably worth it. But I think the last lesson from the year is don't be too hard on yourself. Like, I keep coming back to the 1% rule. Just if you moved 1% towards where you want to be, then that's good enough. And there's no need to put more pressure on. Often just having that 1% gives you enough boost that you do more than you thought you would. So I encourage everyone to, if you aren't already, try to build short times of stillness, even if it's just a minute in your day. And over a few days, a few weeks, see what you notice. And I would love to hear about your experiences in the comments as well. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.